Good afternoon, YouTube. Today we are trying to do something pretty special here. We were trying to honor our seniors graduating out of our program. We have seven of them that's going on to play college rugby in some form or fashion. And then the bigger surprise is we brought a lot of our alumni guys back that is actually playing at college currently. So we'll ask those guys a little bit about how that experience is going. With me real quick is our coaching staff for this year for the high school. Just kind of want to get their feedback a little bit. I know all of us were pretty upset that we couldn't finish our season. I think we had one of the better teams in the league this year. So just a little bit about that. Wes, how you feel?
Oh man, I feel great. See, it really does it's a little disheartening that we could not finish the season for the seniors that are graduating. But this is just today is a testament to the rugby program here at Clayton and rugby in general, how it's growing and how these kids are getting opportunities that they would not have if it weren't for rugby.
Right. Now, Coach West, you have a son that's actually on the way to college.
Yes, I got.
How do you feel about that?
Oh man, I'm tickled to death. Hey, he's got a college scholarship. Played football all his life. Wouldn't have gone to college to play football, but he's getting an education at Davenport University. Good. Number 10 team in the nation.
Coach Pat, when you started this program several years ago, did you ever think we would be at this point?
No, actually we didn't even have a high school program, and we are really excited about the growth and the partnership with Clayton High School and all the stuff we're doing, and hopefully better rounded out athletes for rugby and football. A good relationship there, and hopefully we'll be sending, you know, if the opportunities are there for football, we'll have kids that will get opportunities through rugby, and maybe the other way around. So we are very excited about all the kids going.
Yeah, and actually, we reached out to Sebastian Kettner. He couldn't be here today, but he's actually our oldest graduate. He just graduated college and moving on to grown-up world. But he played rugby for us. It went from here to Johns Hopkins, and he played there, was team captain. So a shout out to him. I'll actually see if I can get him on the old Zoom and see if we can interview him a little bit, and maybe we'll splice that in. Coach Adam, you're one of the younger guys in the group, so you get young kids coming up into first year. You and Coach Frank, guys, you know, with kids just stepping into high school rugby, kind of a disappointing year.
Yeah, very disappointing. But you know, also we got at least single school in, so we got to see how they can play and how well they did. Not only you know, that way freshmen play against varsity level kids, right, seniors. So I think that was a good positive thing we got to do this year.
Sure. So. Coach Frank, you have a son that wrestles, got really into wrestling, and then played rugby when he could, right through the single school season. How do you think those two, you know, did he enjoy both of those? Did it work out well?
He did. He enjoyed both of them. It was hard splitting this time, but he made it work. There's a lot of kids doing the same thing. Yeah. We had a lot of wrestlers out here.
Yep.
Doing both things. It works out good. Helps out both ways.
No, I definitely think, and that's one thing we really encourage as a program, is multi-sport. So I think that's really what made us good. We averaged about 70 kids this year. I think we'll be bigger next year. We'll grow a little bit more.
The good thing about the multi-sport thing is we have the single school season now and the club season. So depending on what sport you play, it's easy to get at least one rugby season in. So even if you wrestle, you can not play rugby during the single school season, then play during club. So it's a great deal for anyone who's, you know, off season and wants to stay fit and maybe have an opportunity to go to college and get money to play in college.
No, absolutely. Well, thanks, guys. We'll interview some of these guys. We'll get a picture taken, and we're out of here. Thank you so much. So the oldest graduate that we were able to get to come back to town today is Paul Miller. Paul played for us. Paul played my favorite position. He was a prop, and so I really enjoyed working with Paul quite a bit in that. And then he left here, went to App State, and you are entering your 4th year there. Yeah. And me and Coach Pat were just commenting on this awesome jersey. It is still cotton, sweating, hard, heavy jersey. So tell us a little bit about how it's going up there.
It's going good. It's an awesome rugby program. We put in as much as we can, and we get back what we put in.
Right. Now, you guys are a club sport, right?
Yes.
So no varsity type of deal there.
Yeah.
Do you get any support from the university whatsoever?
I mean, maybe a little. Most of our support comes from the rugby dues that we pay every year.
Good.
We don't even have a coach. We're a student-run team. We always have to.
Good. Play rugby because you like it.
Yes.
I get it. Well, thank you very much for coming back, Paul. Grateful that just the whole world's opening up for you, and we hope to have you back every year and just come tell us how great it is. And then next year when you graduate, come see us again. But thank you so much for coming back this weekend.
Yes, sir.
Awesome, man. Thank you. All right, so joining us today is Larry Williams. Larry, one of the first guys that graduated out of the program, but actually played for us for all 4 years. Then was, I think, very blessed to be accepted into West Point.
Yes, sir.
Great program. And I think one of the things that was really cool for me to do this year is actually get on the old interwebs and see Larry play all over the country. So how was that?
It was a great experience being able to go around the country and do what I love. Always representing Clayton, whatever I do, always thinking about you guys and trying to build the program whatever I can, just trying to get my name out there, get the program's name out there. That was my biggest goal.
No, I know you're one of our biggest supporters. So you actually you're an All-American. You got to play in Ireland.
Yes.
And then you got to play some really high-level rugby here. How does the two compare? How does the international rugby or the scene over there in Ireland compare to with what you've had to play here at West Point?
So at West Point, I would say that I thought that it was going to be a lot more rigorous as far as like the actual gameplay, and I think playing internationally actually very well prepared me for what I was going to have to go through, because playing internationally, everybody's like the best of the best out there, and when I got to playing in college, I assumed that it was going to be very, very similar, but not to say people were bad at playing.
Sure.
It was just the caliber of rugby was much higher overseas, so I think that I was able to step up and actually go to West Point and actually get some playing time and actually have an impact for the team.
Sure. So you have what, 3 years left at West Point?
Yes.
3 years left. And so what's the future hold? What do you think?
So as far as branching, I'm not entirely sure yet, but I want to try to they just started like the MLR draft. I kind of want to do that, so I'm looking into that and seeing what different avenues I can take to do that. And, as far as like a career, I'm thinking about psychology.
Good.
Being like a clinical psychologist or something. So we'll see what.
Very, very cool. So if we're fortunate enough to have any MLR coaches watching, contact us. I'll get you in line with Larry. You guys need to be standing in line for this young man. He is incredible. So with that, Larry, thank you very much, man. It's great to see you again.
Good to see you.
So this is a very special group for me. This group was a group that I coached or started coaching in middle school. So I think I've effectively coached you guys for 6 years.
Yes.
And this is also the group that we decided it would be a great idea to put them on a bus for 32 hours in 2015. Rode all the way out to Colorado, played some rugby. So always had a very special place in my heart for this group. There's two guys not here today that is actually playing in college. Grant Kettner, he actually plays with Mason at Mary Washington. And then John Chopsky. Chopsky plays at ECU. So out of the group, I think most of you guys are all club sports. I know Bowling Green is kind of in the middle. They're in that like club sports, but get help from the university. And then you are full varsity. You're a full varsity program, right? So this is the first group that we had players that actually started seeping into that varsity status, which is very exciting for us as a program. So how's it going, Gavin? How's life at Charlotte? Coach Barry okay?
Yeah, he's all right. He's doing well.
Good.
Everything's good. We were a young team this year, but there's a lot of things we got to improve on, and I think we're going to be stronger.
Right. So the exciting thing is, me and Gavin's dad actually coach at Duke, and we just moved Duke to the Southern Conference, so we'll be competing against Gavin pretty soon. So that's gonna be a lot of fun. So Travis, you and Ryan just went overseas, I believe.
Yeah.
Didn't get to play. The plane landed, and then everything was shut down.
Yeah, pretty much.
So, but then you got to do something pretty cool. Tell us about it.
Yeah, so we went overseas. We had a social with the Saracens. It's a pro club out there. Great guys. They had this clubhouse we were all in. It was awesome.
Very cool.
We played touch.
Yeah, to to say we at least played rugby overseas. We went to the nearest park with the most amount of grass and just played touch in the rain, in the mud. That's about it.
That's awesome. Well, it kind of sucked that everything got shut down, but at least you guys got to go over.
Yeah.
So I'm sure that trip will get retaken next year, more than likely.
Every 2 years.
Every 2 years?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so it's kind of like a Duke. We have a dream trip every 2 years. So tell me a little bit about Bowling Green. How's things going?
Bowling Green's, dude, it's great. Within the team, it's a lot of competition, you know, to get the starting spot, which is good because it makes us want to win.
How many players in the group?
I'd say altogether we probably have around. I'd say we probably have around 16.
Okay, so it's a pretty big club, right?
Yeah.
And so, how far did you guys go this year?
We won the MAC championship and placed 3rd overall in playoff.
That's very, very good. Very, very good. Very good. So, Mason, University of Mary Washington?
Yeah.
How's things going there?
It's pretty good. We just had a coaching change up. Now we have a South African coach.
Of course. This is good news. Very good news.
Obviously great. Ready to take us on. So,
okay.
Yeah, I just came back from tour.
Okay.
Went to Spain and France. Played 2 Spain pro teams. So that was a lot of fun.
How did it go?
We won against both of them.
Good.
Got to have a little social after. And then France, we were going to play for national television, but 8 guys snowed out.
Oh, no. But they don't play in the snow? What's up with that?
So it was annoying.
Very, very good. Well, you guys always a special place in my heart. This is kind of where things started for me with you guys. So hopefully you guys will come back every year. You know you're always welcome in the club. Yeah. You're always Copperheads, right? But I'm so proud of what you guys are doing. You're going out there and kind of owning it. So it's really, really cool. We missed Chopsky and Grant, but you know I know that they wanted to be here really bad. But you know, just keep doing what you guys are doing. Keep checking back in with us, and you know you're always welcome. So thank you very much. Thanks, guys. All right, so this is a very exciting group here. This is our current seniors, and we put them all in green jerseys because they haven't received their college kit yet. But this is this was the group I think this year that would have taken quite a ways before everything got shut down. So with that said, though, I'm going to let them all kind of introduce themselves and tell you where they're going to go to school. So let's start there.
Christian Hopper, Belmont Abbey College.
There you go. In Charlotte, right?
Yes, sir.
Garrett Hill, Davenport University.
There you go. Manny?
Emmanuel Rollins, Belmont Abbey College.
All right.
Christopher Hopper, Belmont Abbey College.
Andre Samajabi, Mount St. Mary's, Maryland. Jeffrey Palmer, UNC Wilmington.
Nate Mayfield, Virginia Military Institute, Lexington.
So what is really unique about this group is out of this group, I think 5 of our guys actually have scholarships to go play rugby in college, and that is pretty unique for our program. This is the kind of where this all starts and takes off for us, to where we can really start coming back to Clayton High School and to the groups that we serve and say we have players that's going to college. We do actively recruit our guys or have our guys being recruited by college coaches, and that's the main reason we started this channel. So obviously we're seeing that it is successful and it is starting to grow. You know, and then there, like Jeffrey had several offers to go play rugby. Wasn't quite a good fit for him, and he decided to go to UNC Wilmington, which in my opinion is going to be one of the teams in the Southern Conference this year to beat. They have recruited an amazing class, so it's going to be a good year. Nate's going out to the Military Institute. We just found out the coach there that has been there for 18 years just retired. So Nate gets to step into a new coaching situation, which is going to be really, really cool. So I think it's going to be really great. And then obviously we got Garrett traveling halfway across the country. You guys are all close, right? So Charlotte's not that bad. Emmitsburg, not that bad. You're right down the road, so we expect you to practice all the time. A little further, about 5, and then this guy's got to take an airplane to get back every time. So we're really excited for you guys. We're proud of you. This was not the year the way that we wanted to end the year, but we still had a really good single school season, and then a really great Rugger Fest. And I think everybody kind of caught a glimpse of what it could have been, and then everything shut down. So carry the name of the Copperheads forward. You'll always be part of us. You'll always be welcome here. Carry it forward, take it places. And remember, we're always here for you. So come on back and come relive the legacy every year. So very proud of you guys. Thank you so much for being a part of all this. All right, love you. All right. As I'm putting this final little piece together for the video, I'm just realizing again how incredibly blessed we are as a club to be able to share the love of rugby with these young men and give them an avenue to finish their education through college by playing rugby. So out of a class of 20 seniors this year, we will have 8 players going to college. You may have counted 7 on the video. We've had some great news within the last couple of weeks that one more of our players, Mason Taylor, is actually also has also been accepted to Belmont Abbey University to go play rugby there. So that is just great news for our program and just showing that we're heading the right direction. To have 8 players out of 20 seniors going to play rugby in college, most of them with financial aid or scholarships, that is a huge achievement for our program and just kind of ticks the box for us saying that this is what we would like the direction of our program to look like. If there's any other interest in our players coming up, please feel free to contact us through this YouTube channel or reach out to us at claytonrugby.com. The group that's coming up this year, the group of seniors we now have, very exciting group. They have won a state championship at absolutely every age group since U10, I believe. Last year was the first year that they did not win a state championship together, but we played in the final. So great group of kids, a lot of talent. We now have players in our program that has been playing rugby for 8-9 years. So really, the rugby IQ is pretty high. The rugby knowledge is very high. So again, that's the reason for this channel, is to make sure we get proper exposure for all our players, and so that you know, colleges like you guys may be watching this video have the opportunity. You may not be able to travel to us, but you can watch our film. We don't like to edit too much on the film. We give it to you raw so that you can see the good and the bad of our players. But again, this is just a great opportunity for us to reach universities through this way. Thank you very much for watching, and please subscribe and like the page.